In the immediate aftermath of Idaho preventing any public funds being used to perform, provide for, or promote abortions, there was concern on how this might impact Idaho's public colleges and universities. That law was passed in May of 2021. Then you may remember when the University of Idaho put out a memo to its employees reminding them of that law in the fall of 2022 on how they could face felony charges if they violated it, and even threw in "don't recommend condoms for birth control either, just in case" kind of thing. Well, Idaho's No Public Funds for Abortion Act and the collateral damage on college campuses didn't stop there. A new art exhibit at Lewis Clark State College Center for Arts and History opened last week. It's called Unconditional Care, Listening to People's Health Needs. But just before the show opened, the school sent a letter to 3 artists saying their exhibits violated Idaho law, the one that bans public funds to promote abortion. That letter was similar to the one-sentence statement that was sent by the school to us today from Lewis Clark State College. After obtaining legal advice per Idaho Code Section 188705, some of the proposed exhibits could not be included in the exhibition. That was it. Idaho Code Section 188705 is the No Public Funds for Abortion Act, and the school used a kind of loose interpretation of the term abortion-related activities, according to the ACLU of Idaho, and the artists whose pieces were removed. One of them is a Brooklyn-based artist, Lydia Nobles, who spent the last couple of years recording women's stories of pregnancy and their decision to get an abortion or not. Then Lydia would create a sculpture to go along with their story, one that represented a chair, say, in an abortion clinic waiting room. 4 of those testimonies were supposed to be included in the LCSC gallery show until they weren't. Lydia spoke to us today from Brooklyn about learning how she would be excluded from the exhibit and why this is a problem.
I remember, I think the worst moment of my life,
Kat's story,
by far,
is just one.
It's just being alone in a house with a newborn baby.
Of many Lydia Nobles collected for her series, As I Sit Waiting.
And I was 18 doing this, to get a diaper because he was crying because he had a wet diaper.
Stories of abortion access or a lack of it.
I had a lot of complications after that pregnancy.
So my intention is to present viewers with unbiased information about someone's experience. So each interview is very much memory based.
They'll just say, "Oh, give the baby up," but they don't talk about the pressure to keep the baby.
So they're just walking you through as if you were telling your mom, yeah, I found out I was pregnant and then this is how I felt. And then they also share details of who they told afterwards and what that was like, and were people in their life supportive or not.
I knew up group I would have no support.
The day before she was told her videos would be removed from the Lewis Clark State College exhibit, Lydia says she got a phone call from the gallery director. What did she ask you?
She asked me if she felt like my works were promoting abortion.
And what did you say?
I told her just simply that they were unbiased accounts of someone's experience. I don't think that it falls within the statute of because to me, when I interpreted the law, I was like, okay, so you're standing in front of someone who's currently pregnant and you're promoting abortion or telling them to get an abortion or this is how you can do it.
When they sent you that letter that said you're no longer part of the exhibit, what did they specifically say? Did they give you a specific of how you would have violated this law?
No, I tried to ask them more questions, asking which specific parts of the caption or the videos violated it so that maybe I could change it so that it would be in accordance with the law, and they never responded.
How do you think about this law being used to kind of remove art pieces from exhibits?
I think it's really disappointing it's an attempt to silence people's perspectives, and it doesn't allow people to create their own opinions about their own life. And I feel like because it violates free speech, there was a potential there to take a stance against this law.
Yeah. Do you think this would be a good case for them to say, hold on, this is where we draw the line?
Yeah, I think so. And I'm not a politician, but they could have argued that it was a broad stroke law and they didn't see that it applied here because this is art. The only silver lining really is that people are maybe reading about these laws that support abortion bans. I think we're slowly starting to see how the abortion bans are affecting other areas of our lives.
The ACLU of Idaho, and the National Coalition Against Censorship wrote a letter to Lewis Clark State College on behalf of Lydia, wanting the school to reconsider this censorship, as they put it. They have yet to respond, according to Lydia, and they've said nothing else other than that one-sentence statement they've sent to us. The exhibit will be up at the Center for Arts and History in Lewiston through April 23rd.